What's up, traders? It's Mark Sebastian, your only option. Today, I'm going to break down the week that was. I'm going to talk about the major indexes. I'm going to talk about VIX and volatility. And then I'm going to give you a preview of what I'm looking for next week, along with that one stock that I'm paying very close attention to. So with that, let's dig in. All right, everybody. So on Friday, the S&P gave away 20 points. Not the best, but really, all in all, a pretty good week. Now, on July 3rd, the S&P closed 62.79. That marked the end of that week. And then we closed on Friday 62.59. We did have a couple of new all-time highs, notably the 10th when we closed 62.80. So markets continue to kind of march higher, even if we did get a little bit of selling early in the week and a little fall through on Friday. The Qs had an even better week than the S&P. Yet again, didn't close the week at an all-time high. That was, Thursday the 3rd, excuse me. We closed 556.22. We did top out though, at 556 and a quarter. So we did see new highs. We closed the week pretty flat on the week, down a touch. No biggie. All right. Because, and folks, this is really important. Yes, the markets were flattish to downish on the week, but I want you to pay attention to what happened with VIX. VIX continues to just get clobbered. It basically closed at the same level it closed last Friday, and that's with the market down a little bit. So what does that tell me? Option prices continue to sink. Option prices continue to fall. If option prices are falling, markets are going to go up. Futures term structure. This is really important to how we track VIX. Still, just the spread between August and the cash is really, really wide. And the spread between July and the regular VIX at 80 cents with only 2 trading days left, really wide as well. So they're giving us a lot of cushion. And again, I know it's counterintuitive, but when you see a big cushion between the futures and the VIX, generally speaking, that's bullish. So if VIX continues to drop, who's going to be the big winner? Now, this is we kind of need rates to stay solid here, and they've not been. TLT continues to just kind of bounce around between 85 and 88. But if rates stay stable and VIX contracts, you know who's going to be your big winner? IWM, the Russell 2000. And really, the Russell 2000 up until Friday had a really strong week. Not a new all-time high, but a really strong week. And the way I see the Russell, I think that thing is going to 230. I like the Russell higher. I would be using Friday's sell-off as an opportunity to go long the Russell 2000. I like it up to 230, probably 250. So keep an eye on the Russell and watch that VIX. If VIX continues to stay low and drop, markets are going to go higher, and IWM, the Russell 2000, is going to lead. Next week, we do begin bank earnings. We have a ton on Thursday and Friday. JP Morgan is going to be Thursday. Goldman Sachs Friday morning. Morgan Stanley Friday morning. Citigroup Thursday morning. Wells Fargo Thursday morning. And Bank of America Friday morning. We're going to get all the banks out of the way in 2 days. That's going to be really interesting heading into the week. I'm just going to pull up XLF, and I'm going to tell you kind of what we're looking for. For the 18th, XLF is trading 52.22. they're looking for only about, call it 80 cents of movement, a dollar of movement out of XLF. So call it, about 2%. Given the run that these banks have had, I mean, look at JP Morgan. Given the run these banks have had, not surprising that we got a little bit of a breather here this week. Banks definitely did not have a great week, but those are going to kind of set the tone for all of earnings. So the stocks to watch, the stock I want you paying attention to is how XLF moves Thursday and Friday. That's really going to set the tone for all of earnings season. Those banks come in soft. Earnings season may be tough. You know what's not tough? With the drop in movement, the VIX dropping. I told you, markets are bullish. Price movement becomes more predictable. It's the perfect time for me to be pushing out our new Zero DTE service. If you haven't checked out the video with me and Hannah, it's in this video. It's in this email. You can check it out. And if you're watching me on YouTube, please like and subscribe and leave a question or comment, and I will get to it. Once again, you're in this email. Make sure you click this link because you're going to want to watch this video. If you're watching me on YouTube, I hope you have a great weekend. Like, subscribe, and hey, ask yourself, why aren't you getting all of these via email? Because that gets to you much faster. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. I'm Mark Sebastian. I am your only option. I'll see you soon.